Hi, welcome to my show. My name is Christy, and I'll be your lovely storyteller today. If you have not seen Zia and Azazel Part 1, please stop this video and go watch Part 1 now. I promise you won't be disappointed. When we left off, Zia and all the angels were preparing for the great battle. Zia was with Gabrielle explaining to him how every 100 years Azazel had to cause some kind of pandemic or plague so he could find a way to poison the masses to keep their souls from evolving. The people had no idea how amazing they really were. Azazel constructed this world in such a way that every being suffered. Since the people were so conditioned to believe that this was the way the world was supposed to be, they never knew any better. This saddened Zia. She wanted the people to know that heaven was inside of them. More than ever, she didn't want this world to live in a lie anymore. Azul will try to use my empathy to hurt me, Zia explained to Gabrielle how Azul shot down a poor man walking his dog with a huge ball of flame. Now all the angels were gathered and prepared for battle. It was the most beautiful thing to see. There were beautiful lights everywhere. So many different colors. So many different frequencies. It was complete happiness. Their lights sped past many galaxies at a speed that was unimaginable. They reached the planet Earth in the matter of seconds. There was a great civil war, not just in one country, but the whole world. The people had enough and couldn't take the structure of the world anymore. They now knew that they were going to die and that they had been poisoned. It seemed Azazel did not tell them that they were all highly conscious beings. He still kept that one a secret. Azazel, show yourself to me, Zia screamed. Azazel appeared. Here I am, my queen, Azazel replied and smiled at her. We've been over this before, Azazel. I'll never be your queen, Zia screamed at him. You don't stand a chance, my darling, at ever winning this battle against me. Just then, a satellite that was going in a near polar orbit around the Earth stops. The satellite was made with such great strength that nothing possible could ever take it down, and near invisible to the human eye. Zia gasped. She could see that Azul had trapped the enlightened beings and angels inside of the satellite. So they either burned the enlightened beings at the stake or imprison them in this satellite. What Zia couldn't understand was why did these people fear these enlightened beings to be witches instead of the very people who had burned them alive. She knew that they had been gaslighted and conditioned to believe in such things, so she chose to forgive these people instead. If you choose to be my queen, I won't kill almost all of humanity. All I have to do is push this little button here, and just like that, they will all be dead. You won't be imprisoned with all the other angels either. We can rule this world side by side. You don't have a choice, really, Azazel threatened. No, Azazel, the answer will always be no, Zia promised Azazel. Zia feels God's love all around her, and that's when she's awakened to her true strengths. Zia knows with God all things are possible. Zia feels God's light embrace her like he was saying that everything will be alright, my child. She feels God's love all through her soul, and that's when she knows what she's going to do. Zia uses her gift of empathy to project God's love so that everything that existed would feel it as well. People and all beings begin to awaken. They looked down at their bodies and saw a beautiful glow radiate from them. It was their soul. It was their consciousness, like a spark that becomes a flame on a candle. Their consciousness became alive. They looked around their houses, and it all became clearer to them. They no longer lived a lie anymore. This is what they had been searching for all their lives and had filled it with endless materialistic things. Some of the enlightened beings begin to ascend towards the heavens. Zia smiled. This was the most beautiful thing for a Seriphine Angel to see. Then God made it known that this would never ever happen again. There would be absolutely nothing that even exists that could ever keep a being's soul from evolving. Azazel realized he was losing the fight. He didn't stand a chance against God. Azazel screamed and pushed the button. But God had already taken care of that as well. God put the poison into Azazel and anyone who worked with this global elite. In a quick motion, the door to the satellite flew open. All the imprisoned enlightened beings were set free. And just like that, everyone that was involved with this global elite went up in a black smoke. Their soul became dark, just like dust. They were taken up and sucked into the satellite like a vacuum cleaner that sucks up dirt. A cave for their dark souls. Then God snatched up Azazel. Your punishment, Azazel, is to be imprisoned here to watch everyone's consciousness evolve for the rest of eternity. You'll watch the people on this planet as the world becomes more loving and a better place to live. No one will ever be able to release you except for me. You will be stuck in here all times, watching this beautiful planet flourish. And then God threw Azazel into the satellite, slammed and locked the door. Azazel had tried countless times to avoid his own demise. He went back in time, and each time he had lost, he was defeated. There was nothing else he could do to escape his own fate. So now Azazel watched Earth in a polar orbit by himself, because he had already grew annoyed with the other dark souls and trapped them all in a jar. Zia and all the angels rejoiced. God had defeated Azazel, and Earth was now the most peaceful place in all of the universe. The people were happy. They even changed their way of life to become a better society. Azazel was never able to harm anyone ever again. The end. Please check out my video, The Tiger and the Butterfly. It's another angel story about Zia. I know you'll enjoy it. I thank you kindly for watching my channel, and please subscribe. I hope you have a beautiful day, and much love to you all. Mwah!